Hey Gemini, welcome back. We'll be doing a love reading today, so let's just jump right in and see what messages we get. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so that's one message, and let's see if there's another message. I'm sensing there's something else that they want to say. No. Let's see. Try one more round. Yep. There we go. And yeah, okay. So we have the Tower, Temperance. We also have Three of Wands, Ten of Wands, and what you don't see coming on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, and the Lovers. So there is definitely something that broke down unexpectedly. I think it's a lot of things at once. Since it's a love reading, we're going to focus on the fact that it was a partner. It was definitely a partner that kind of, the relationship ended abruptly, something that you weren't expecting. But I do also want to make a note that I'm getting the sense that a lot of things in your life at the same time broke down. So it wasn't just the partner aspect, but that was huge. That was a massive aspect that kind of brought you to your knees almost. I do want to make a point. With the Temperance card coming out, this was all divinely timed. And I also am getting a sense that you manifested something different. I think you put something in the universe that you wanted a different future, a different, like you had goals and now they changed. Like you wanted X, Y, and Z, and now because you grew as a person, you want something different. Because that was put out into the universe, you kind of started this chain reaction that caused the Tower moment to happen, and that's not a bad thing. It needed to happen to make room for the future that you now envision. So as much as it's like the most devastating thing that could happen, and then it's overwhelming because I can feel anxiety and stress and the sadness behind all of it, I'm getting like this is definitely something that the universe kind of helped happen and create. And everything was divinely timed. Everything happened because you're guided. Your guides and the universe itself is trying to help you get to your goal. Just know that because you have a different vision, whatever situation you were in or everything in your life, again, this is not just the relationship aspect, whatever situation you were in, it wasn't going to serve you in the future. It wasn't going to help you get to your future goals. And I know that that's super important. So just know that this is not a bad thing. I think this is great. I think it's giving root to the next chapter. And the Tower moment, when everything falls down, you still have a foundation. So it's not like you're starting from absolutely nothing. You have your lessons, you have yourself and how like well you've kind of like gotten yourself to this point in life. So you do have a foundation to start over. And I feel like a sense of like if you're watching this that it's God, I want things to be happening now. I want to be able to see the future now and what can I do? And let me get to that if everything's already gone and broken down. But this card is stressing that you need to be patient. All divine timing. So keep that in mind. I'm getting a sense that this relationship was something that you envisioned. I think you made so many plans with this person. I think you saw the future with them and put them in your future plans. I think you really thought this was your forever person, which is why it kind of with the Tower moment caught you off guard completely because you weren't envisioning being with somebody else. I also sense that a lot of you guys were carrying that relationship. Um, I feel like there were a lot of ups and downs, and I will want to pull some cards in a second here, but I feel like there was a lot of ups and downs in this relationship that I think you were trying to fix. And I don't know if that person was doing just as much work, but the relationship was putting a toll on you. And I think you also, again, going back to what I said, there was other pieces that kind of fell apart in your life. I think there's so much going on in your life currently, before this whole tower moment, that was very heavy, burdening, overwhelming. I think you were kind of almost confused and lost as to how did you get here? That was like the feeling that I got. Let me pull some cards because I'm just curious about this person, this partner, and what he did or she did in this relationship that kind of got to where you guys are right now. Yeah, let's see. Okay, interesting. So this is a very complicated relationship. I'm getting the sense that this is you. It really stemmed from you because I'm getting the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Chariot in reverse. And I think you saw that this relationship might actually not really be going anywhere, which is why you envision a different future. With the 5 of Wands, I'm getting that you were kind of keeping your options open. I feel like you have already noticed that this person is just not up to par where you are in life and that you envision something else. Like, let's just say, for example, you might have wanted in the beginning just to have fun, see where it goes, and go out, party, dance the night away, and be with friends. And now it's like, okay, well, I kind of want to settle down and want to buy a house. I mean, it's not necessarily you have to get married, but I want to buy a house. I want to start saving for that. And this person is like, oh, I'm in the prime of my life. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really know how that's going to work and translate to I want to invest in things. I want to grow as a person and become an adult. I think that's where I'm kind of like getting that vibe. And I feel like you've actually had your options open. I feel like there's like you kind of almost talking to other people. Ooh, okay. I love getting these downloads. So I feel like you've kept your options open in the sense that you've also have talked to other people, and it actually made you realize that there are good people out there and other people out there that might be able to serve your needs. And might just make your life easier. Like, you can see people that are successful in doing the things that you want, and this just person isn't. And I see that you have kind of already made that decision in this sense that you see that things have served its purpose. And the 8 of Cups is you walking away and just headed towards what your goals are. Like, you have lived, you've learned. I just think that you weren't expecting the tower moment because this might not be everybody, but I'm kind of getting like you were waiting for your backup plan, like your plan B to be your plan A. I don't think you narrowed it down, and I think the person may have caught on because I'm getting the Chariot in reverse. It's giving me the sense that you were making like plans for your future, right? By like talking to other people, and we're human, right? This is like no judgment whatsoever. I feel like you were making plans, like you're like, okay, well, I kind of like this person. Let me put him in the back burner. Oh, he's just a friend at work or like whatever school or whatever the case may be. And there's nothing serious, like you're not doing anything wrong. And I think the other person might have kind of caught on to that. Like, oh, why is your phone going off? Like that kind of a thing. Like it's not anything wrong, but you had a backup plan and trying to find a backup plan. And I feel like it might have actually backfired just a little bit because I see you trying to like get to that point and missing the steps and the steps in between with the chariot because you're like delaying the momentum almost. So you're just like, well, if I want to get to this future, let me try to find the person that I can be with because I don't want to be alone. And then this person your person that you were with kind of noticed that. And for a lot of you, I feel like you might have been like, wait, I wasn't ready. I think that's the thing the vibe that I'm getting. But again, all divine timing and everything happens for a reason. Again, the sign. I feel like I say this all the time. That's my mantra. Everything happens for a reason. You are divinely guided. We're human. We always have these thoughts. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want to be alone. That's just an understandable part of our human growth. And maybe this is the time for you to be able to kind of pull yourself away and just heal before jumping into the next thing, because I think that's why the tower moment happened, so that you have the opportunity to heal and like kind of align yourself to where you want to be. Now, that being said, I do have 2 more cards on the table, and that's the Queen of Swords and the Lovers. So I know right now that your guides want you to hear this message, and so really kind of let this soak in. In order for you to get this next phase, to find this next person, because I think that's really important to you, is find that next person, because again, I feel like you were trying to line that up. In order to get that, you have to heal, you have to align yourself, and you have to completely close that door and move on from this chapter of your life. And when you do that, you end up having the Queen of Swords. Now, this is not male or female. This is just the qualities and characteristics of the Queen of Swords. And I always say in a love reading, the King and Queen are probably the best cards that you can get because they are the most mature in the deck. And the Queen of Swords is someone who's very intelligent, who use logic instead of like emotions. So like if you're in a situation, no one's going to react emotionally. There's going to be logic. Everything's going to have reason. Person's very wise, mature, can handle themselves in like situations that are kind of, iffy. And especially in a relationship, when you have to have situations like that in order to grow. No relationship is perfect. No relationship is not going to have its own problems. So I totally see that happening, having that person, someone, again, a king or a queen is amazing to have. And the relationship with the Lover's card, that is a solid relationship. That is the relationship that you were kind of manifesting into your life. And I'm telling you, whatever energy you put out there already, and this should be very validating and reassuring, whatever energy you put out for this tower moment to happen because you want a certain future is because you did it. Just remember that you did it. You manifested it. So if you can manifest the tower moment because you have a future, you are 100% able to manifest this. And I know that that's what you want because I feel like the anxiety is kind of like the unsure. I'm alone. I wasn't planning to be alone. Not yet. I was supposed to find the person. You will. But in order to do that, you have to take the time to be like, okay, close that door. Let me let go. Let me align myself. Let me organize my life for a hot second. And the moment that the universe sees you do that, you open the door for this to come in. So just keep that in mind because that's super, super, super important because I know that you manifested this and it's totally, tower moments are great if you're starting a new chapter in your life. And I know you can manifest the Queen of Swords and the Lovers. I think this is all like mind over matter and proud of you for kind of like putting yourself in a position where you're ready for change and growth because that's hard for anyone to do. We're human. But I hope that this resonated, and if it does, click like, subscribe so you don't miss another message, and see you guys on the next one.